and ideas. Gina Gambony spoke with playwright Sean Mitchell about his new play set in the Byzantine Empire.
Sean Mitchell is originally from Brooklyn, New York, but he's been in Wilmington for several years. He's a published poet and the author of several plays. Sean has a very strong interest in history. He has a new historical play called Theodora, Forever Augusta, set in the 6th century. Sean originally intended to write about Theodosius, a 4th century emperor, but when he learned about Empress Theodora from one of his friends, he changed his mind.
Yeah, I need to do this Theodosius. And this person said, are you talking about Theodora? I said, Theodora? He said, yeah, it's this woman. She was a prostitute and an actress, and she became empress. I'm going like, wow, I think I want to write about her. You know, that sounds way more interesting than what I was going to write about. But it was totally like a fluke. It was totally by accident. Theodora was an empress during the Byzantine era. We're talking about like 500 A.D. If you ever read the Prince Valiant comic strips in the newspaper, that's the era when her and like Justinian reigned. She married Justinian. They were the first power couple, like the Clintons and the Perons. Well, they were the first ones of that. They were very progressive, like they freed the slaves, they gave women rights. They are known as the first modern age couple. She was a prostitute and an actress who became an empress, and she's known as Western civilization's first feminist. Justinian, her husband, usually emperors were like warriors. But he was like this guy, he was like this kind of a bookwormish kind of a nerd, but he was very ambitious. So he's like the model for like the modern day politician. You know, he can be very devious, and he would set people against one another, have people killed till he came out on top. He did the same thing Carlo Gambino did, and the mafia.
Poet and actress Joy James plays a kind of supernatural character in this historical play.
I am the Oracle of Fire, firstborn of the original flame, and I have a lot of power within me. I've been called to write the way of history, to make the necessary changes, to make history go smoothly the way I want it to. And it all revolves around Theodora becoming the empress. So I come out at the beginning of each scene to summarize what's been happening and what the audience is about to see. So Justinian, he never really thought that he was going to be emperor, but his uncle dies, and guess what? He has to fill in those shoes. So he sees Theodora by chance, falls in love with her, takes her as his bride, and then we kind of follow them into their rule, into their reign. And they do much better than people anticipated.
Where does the story end?
Well, that's the whole thing. It ends with the end of Theodora, and that's where it ends.
Mm-hmm. The end of Theodora?
Yeah.
The end.
I asked Joy what she thought was the strongest quality of this new work by Sean Mitchell.
His characters. You see the friendships between John and Justinian. You feel the love between Justinian and Theodora. I get mesmerized in rehearsals just listening to the story played out, and it draws you in.
That was playwright, poet, and actor Sean Mitchell and poet and actor Joy James. Sean's new historical play, Theodora Forever Augusta, is on stage at the Red Barn Theater April 6th through 9th. 4 performances. Find details at WHQR.org.
That was Gina Gambony with Communique on HQR News 91.3 FM.